up? I'm Terry Kennedy, professional skateboarder. I got started in skateboarding when I was about 14 years old, and I picked it up from my friend Evan Hernandez, which was a Hispanic kid that I grew up with, and I played basketball with actually. And every day after school, I would see him in the front of the school. He have on like the fly skate clothes, fly skate kicks, and always be in the front doing all these cool tricks on his board. And every day after practice, I would just bother him and ask him, like, what kind of kicks are those? What kind of shirt is that? And he was like, these, whatever, ES's at the time, or this is a Baker shirt or whatever, and I was like, damn, who make it? He was like, it's a skateboard product. And I'm like, we just torture him and just ask him. And eventually, he was like, dude, won't you try to skate? And I was like, I don't know. I like basketball. I'm cool. And he was like, nah, really, because you ain't going to stop. You just going to continue to keep bothering me every time you see me. So eventually, he was like, yeah, we go to this park called Cherry Park, which is downtown Long Beach. He was like, meet me up there, man. I'm going to bring you a board. He was like, bring you some skate kicks, and we'll get it in from there. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I ended up meeting him at this park called Cherry Park the next day after school, whatever, and he brought the board up there. And it was funny because I seen two other black kids that I went to school with and played basketball with as well who was skating, which my friend Marcus and his kid, Michael Keith Green, who passed away. And I was like, damn, y'all came up there. I was like, damn, y'all skate? I was like, yeah, man, we been skating. We come up here and skate all the time. I'm like, damn. They was like, you skate? I was like, nah, I just can't, I just came up here the first time today. They was like, oh, whatever, like, man, let's get it in. So I remember trying it at that first time, and I wasn't good. I couldn't even have my balance. And I was like, man, this shit difficult. I was like, but it was something that kept just allowing me to just say, you know what, I don't want to give up. Like, it was fun at the same time of me learning it and not knowing how to do it as well, but it was still like a good challenge. So from there, I was just like, I just kept coming to this park every day. And I just started learning and progressing. And from there, my friend Evan, who was sponsored at the time, had told Andrew Reynolds, the dude who sponsored him at the time, was like, this kid Terry, he progressing, he getting fast and whatever. I grew up with him and played basketball with him or whatever. And from there, yeah, I remember getting sponsored by Baker. And then from there, I was just like, I want to do this the rest of my life, and then I never set it down from that point on, and just continued to push myself and progress at it and just have fun with it, and it's truly been a blessing. Started on a basketball team and I started on a football team. So I would skate my board to practice. And the coach used to say stuff to me, and like my teammates, what you doing on this board? I come to basketball practice, whatever, and I skate up on the board. What's going on, T? Like, and I'm just like, I enjoy skating. After practice, I'm going to go skate. And they used to say, funny stuff to me, little white boy, don't none of us skateboard. You play basketball, play football. Put that down. I remember the coach telling me, too, like, dude, you need to stop riding that skateboard to practice. It seemed like, that's taking up all your time. And I remember that point on, I was like, man, you know what? I'm quitting football and basketball. I'm skating the rest of my life. Like, remember that. And just quit basketball and football and just continue to skate. Sacrifice I had to make. I quit basketball, I quit football. I had to deal with all the negativity in my neighborhood. I had to deal with getting shot. I had to deal with just shit. Just the consequences of an inner city and me not wanting to gangbang and me not wanting to sell drugs and me not wanting to take the negative route. So I had to give up, pretty much turn my back on my community. I had to turn my back on what was going on in the neighborhood and what wasn't going to benefit me with skateboarding. So that was, everything. My grandma put me down about it. My brother, even here to this day, put me down about it. Him and my other brothers gangbanged. So, they was like, man, you either gonna gangbang or, you ain't gonna be skating. You ain't gonna be doing that white boy shit, nigga. You gonna be gangbanging like us, or you gonna be selling drugs, or you gonna be turned up in these streets. If not, we gonna torture you about it. And like I said, I had to deal with getting shot. I had to deal with fighting everybody in the neighborhood. I remember I used to have to hide my skateboard every day I used to come home from school, because if I didn't, I had to fight with all the kids in the neighborhood. So I had to deal with a lot of shit. And I said, you know what? Fuck this. This is what I want to do. And I remember, just like I said, no matter when I went to school, I had to deal with the negativity about it. No matter when I came home, I had to deal with it. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to put this board on my back, and I'm going to just continue to push forward with it. And whatever I got to deal with, I'm going to deal with. I ain't going to take it personal. I'm going to just stand up as a man and continue to push on the skateboard. And that's what it was like. It was definitely a moment in my career where I felt like giving up, is when I got shot. I got shot twice. Shot through the mouth, and I got shot through the arm. And I remember that shit vividly, like just being in a hospital. Pharrell bodyguard came down, I remember. My grandma came, my whole family, and a couple other kids, Evan, and a couple other close friends of mine. They were just like, man, you know, like, you can't give up. And I remember sitting in a hospital bed like, man, I'm about to get this shit up. And I was already pro at the time, too, and I was just like, man, I'm dealing with so much negativity for me not to be doing something wrong. You know, and I was just like, man, I'm over this shit. You know, I'm like, I might as well. I remember I got to a point where I was about to start gangbanging. I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well join my brothers and just start gangbanging. Fuck it, because no matter what I do, I'm still confined with this negativity. And like I said, I remember sitting in the hospital and them dudes, like Pharrell Bodyguard and my grandmother and my best friend, which is Evan, who got me into it. I remember having conversations with them, and they were just like, you can't, because you gotta carry on a legacy. You gotta carry on for the next kid who's gonna go through what you have to go through. Allow them not to go through it by you just being the message, you just being a living prophet of it. And I didn't want to believe the shit at the time, and me being at this point with y'all now, it's crazy. I'm a living prophet of all that shit. How did I become a pro skater? Made a video.
Is there like a certain thing you have to do to become a pro skater?
Yeah, make a video. I had made a sponsor me video. I say about 2 minutes long of just all my best stuff. And I remember giving it to Andrew Reynolds. And he was just blown away. Because I guess I was only skating for like I want to say about 5 months. I was only skating for about 5 or 6 months. But I would just, he said within me, I always had the attitude of not caring. I would jump down and try anything. I was never scared. Never was scared. And I think with skateboarding, you can never be scared. No matter if you go to a 20 stair or a 10 stair, you can never be scared. And that's one thing he saw in me when I was a young cat. I would go skate stuff with him. Andrew Reynolds was like, you know, the elite pro at the height of any pro skateboarder. And he would jump down a 10 stair, and I'd jump down that shit right with him. You know, and he'd just be like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you only been skating for like 5 months. Why are you trying to jump down these big-ass rails? Just like, fuck it. You know, this is what I want to do. I enjoy doing it. I love it. And, you know, this is what I'm going to do. And like I said, of course, of going out and filming with him, I started filming all my best stuff and doing good stuff. And then from there, he was like, dude, we want to put you on the team. And then from there, he put me on the team and started flowing me boards and clothes. And from there, it just continued to grow and grow and grow. And then once I became pro, I was able, like I said, to branch off and start my own businesses. Now I'm able to give back. I got a company called Fly Society, which is an apparel brand and a music group. So now we sponsor kids throughout the inner city who had a shot, who didn't have a shot like me, but had the talent. You know, and so now I'm able to give back, like I'm saying, to them. And we built skate parks in Long Beach now, and it's just been a blessing, man. Like I said, I just want to continue to pass the torch like the torch was passed to me. And that's what skateboarding has been able for me to do. I've been all around the world. I've been to Australia, Sydney. I've been to Prague, Germany, Amsterdam, Tokyo, Shanghai. I mean, all over the country. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere in the States. I would have never thought. But like I'm saying, I would have never thought in a million years that skateboarding would, you know, it would get us to this point, you know. And it has. And now we're doing a show called Being Terry Kennedy, and it's tapping on the fact that all the adversities and everything that I had to go through, the point that I'm at now, and what keeps me grounded, which is family. And family, it stems through all that. You know, no matter what I had to go on through in life, or no matter how much I accomplished, my family always was there for me, you know, through the good or bad. And that's what the show is tapping on. Ooh, what I want people to learn from the show about me is my drive. You know, never be scared of who you are as a person. Always be comfortable in your skin. And one more other thing, when you have a dream, your dream is it's not led up to no one else to believe. It's led for you to believe. And that's one thing that the show is talking about. You know, throughout everything I went through, I was the one who had a dream and always believed. And it put me in a position to where I'm at now, just from always believing and not allowing somebody to take me off course and allowing me to make me feel differently of what I was doing, which was skateboarding.